The call came at 7:43 in the morning. "Mom," my daughter Rachel said, her voice bright and efficient, "about Thanksgiving. We've decided to do something different this year." I was standing at the kitchen sink, still in my robe, watching cardinals fight over seeds. The coffee pot gurgled behind me. Everything was so ordinary. "Different how?" I asked, though something in my chest already knew. "We're going to make it just our immediate family this year. Create our own traditions with the kids while they're still young." Immediate family. "I see," I said. And I did see. 37 years of Thanksgiving dinners I had hosted. The turkey I'd already ordered, £22, enough for everyone. My granddaughter Emma's face last year when she helped me roll pie dough. "It's not personal, Mom. We just need to establish our own family identity," Mark thinks. Mark thinks. "I understand," I said. "I knew you would. Oh, and Mom, would you mind watching Buster that weekend? We're taking the kids to that new resort upstate. She wanted me to babysit her golden doodle while they created their new family traditions without me. Actually, Rachel, I can't. I have plans that weekend." Silence. Real silence. "What do you mean you can't?" "I mean I have plans. I won't be available." It was a lie, but something in me, some part that had been sleeping, woke up and refused to make this easy. "Oh, well, I guess we'll figure something out." Her voice had gone cold. "I'll talk to you later, Mom." She hung up. No goodbye. No love you. I stood there for exactly 3 minutes watching the clock. Then I walked to my office and checked my bank account. The joint savings account I'd set up 20 years ago. The one I'd been depositing into since Rachel was 16, telling her it was for someday when you need it. Current balance, $47,293.18. Rachel had access to this account. I'd given it to her when she turned 25 for emergencies. She'd never used it. Not once. Now I understood. She didn't need to use it. She knew it was there. Always there. Like me. I opened my email and searched for Rachel. 17 years of messages appeared. "Mom, can you watch Emma tomorrow? Mom, I need to borrow your car. Mom, do you still have that dining room set? Mom, send that pot roast recipe." 17 years of requests. I scrolled faster, searching for messages that started with "How are you?" or "Thinking of you." They were there, just fewer, and shorter, always followed by asking for something. The last time Rachel had called just to talk was February 14th, Valentine's Day, 8 months ago. 4 minutes. I closed the laptop and sat very still. You know what's worse than being unloved? Being useful. Being remembered only when something is needed. The phone rang again. Rachel. I didn't answer. Voicemail. "Mum, I feel like maybe you took it the wrong way. Can we talk? Also, the kennel is booked, so we really do need you to take Buster." I deleted the voicemail and called Northwestern Community Bank. "I need to make changes to a joint account." What I didn't tell Rachel was that I'd already made other plans. 2 weeks before her call, I'd invited women to Thanksgiving. Dorothy from book club, whose son moved to California. Patricia, my neighbor, whose daughters were too busy. Miriam from the community center, who hadn't had a real Thanksgiving in 7 years. 4 abandoned mothers. 4 tables that had grown too quiet. They'd all said yes. "I want to divide it," I told the banker. "Transfer half into a new account. My name only. Just to confirm, you want to withdraw $23,646.59. Half of 37 years of secret saving. Half seemed fair." "Yes, and leave the rest in the joint account. The other account holder could still withdraw, I'm sure. Let Rachel have her half. I'd never wanted anything from her except to be wanted back." The transaction took 12 minutes. The next morning, 17 text messages from Rachel. "Mom, did you do something to the savings account? This is really mature, Mom. Mark says you're being manipulative. We needed that money for Emma's braces. Are you seriously holding money hostage because I want one Thanksgiving? Don't bother calling. I need space." She thought I'd locked her out. She'd jumped straight to anger without asking what happened. I could explain. I could soothe. Instead, I made breakfast. At 9:30, there was a knock. Mark stood on my porch, face red. "We need to talk. Rachel is devastated." "What did I do, Mark?" "You locked her out of the account." "Check again." He pulled out his phone, watched confusion creep in. "There's still... You left half?" I took my half. Of money I saved. She can keep hers. "Look, Susan." "It's Diane." "What?" "My name is Diane. You've been married to my daughter for 12 years. Susan was my sister. She died 8 years ago. You gave the eulogy." He had nothing to say. "You can tell Rachel that if she wants to talk, really talk, she knows my number." I closed the door. Rachel didn't call. She posted on Facebook instead. The family at a pumpkin patch in matching flannel. Caption: "Grateful for this crew." Sometimes the best families are the ones you choose. I deleted the Facebook app. That afternoon, Dorothy called. "You're sure you still want me to come?" "Dorothy, you are family. Nothing has changed." Her voice went soft. "Is everything all right?" I told her everything. The phone call, the savings account, Mark's visit, all of it. "I'm not sorry I protected myself," I said. "Good," Dorothy said firmly. "Neither am I." "And Diane?" "I'm making sweet potato casserole." I started typing my Thanksgiving menu. A feast for 5 instead of 12. This was enough. I was enough. Tuesday before Thanksgiving, more texts. "Mom, we need to talk about the dog situation. I know you're upset, but this isn't about us, it's about Buster. Can you at least do this one thing?" I wrote, "I can't. I have plans. I hope you figure something out." Her response, "Wow. Just wow. You've really changed." Yes, I had changed. From someone who said yes when she meant no. From someone who believed love meant making herself smaller. Wednesday afternoon, Patricia called. "Would you have room for one more tomorrow?" My daughter Amy. She asked where I was having Thanksgiving. "Bring her. Bring them both. There's always room." Thanksgiving morning, 5 a.m. I slid the turkey into the oven. At 6:30, my phone rang. Emma, my 10-year-old granddaughter. "Grandma, are you mad at us?" "No, honey, I'm not mad." "Mom says you're being difficult." "But you're never difficult." "Sometimes grown-ups have disagreements. It doesn't mean anyone's mad." "But you're not coming." "No, sweetheart, I'm not." "Mom says you took her money." "I took my money. Half was mine. I left her half too." "That seems fair. Are you having Thanksgiving by yourself?" "No, baby. I'm having friends over. We're going to have a wonderful day." "That's good." I was worried. "Grandma, I miss you." "I miss you too, Em. So much." After she hung up, I stood there holding the phone. 10 years old, and Emma had more emotional maturity than her mother. The doorbell rang at noon. Dorothy arrived with covered dishes, then Patricia with 3 pies, her daughter Amy, and baby Sophie. Then Miriam with wine and homemade rolls. We filled my house. We filled my table. We filled the empty spaces with laughter. Amy nursed baby Sophie at the table and no one blinked. Dorothy told embarrassing stories. Patricia cried when we said grace and Miriam held her hand. I sat at the head of my own table, surrounded by women who'd been forgotten, and I felt more family than I'd felt in years. Later, Patricia pulled me aside. "Amy told me she's been wanting to reconnect for months. But when I had somewhere to be, someone else to choose, suddenly I was worth choosing back." She gripped my hands. "You taught me that, by choosing yourself." That evening I opened my phone. One message from Rachel. "I hope you're happy. You ruined Thanksgiving." I deleted it without responding. I was happy. Genuinely happy. Black Friday morning, an email from the bank. Large withdrawal notification. Rachel had withdrawn $23,646.59 on November 23rd at 4:47 p.m. She'd taken her half, all of it, The day before Thanksgiving, while I was setting my table and laughing with Dorothy, the account was now empty, closed. I waited for anger, but all I felt was lightness. That money had been an anchor, now it was done, equal. Neither of us owed the other anything. I opened a new email. To Rachel. Rachel, I see you took your half, that's fine, it was yours to take. That money? I saved it for your future. I never touched it, not even when I needed it because I wanted you to have security. I took my half because I realized I deserve security too. I deserve to matter, not just as a resource, but as a person. You told me I'm not immediate family. I hear you. But I've been so available for so long that you stopped seeing me as a person. You started seeing me as a service. I don't want to be your emergency contact anymore. I want to be someone you call because you miss me, not because you need me. Until you understand the difference, we need space. I love you, but I'm done making myself smaller. Mom. I hit send. 5 minutes later, Rachel called. Fourth ring, I answered. Mom, listen. Don't interrupt, just listen. Silence. Okay. I spent 37 years making sure you knew you were loved. You asked me to watch Emma, and when I said I had book club, you said just skip it, like my life was disposable. You uninvited me from Thanksgiving and asked me to watch your dog. You took money while I was hosting dinner for women whose kids forgot them. She was crying now. I don't want to be angry, but Rachel, you told me I'm not immediate family. You took money and told me I ruined your holiday. I didn't lash out. I just stepped back. And somehow I'm the villain. You're not the villain. I never said that. You've been showing me for years. Every forgotten call, every last-minute plan change, every decision made without asking if I had opinions. I'm sorry, she whispered. I don't want apologies. I want change, real change. I want phone calls just because. I want to be invited because you want me there. You do matter. Then show me. Don't tell me. Show me. Silence. I don't know how to fix this. Start by asking me how my Thanksgiving was. How was your Thanksgiving, Mom? It was beautiful. The best in years. Were you really with friends? Yes. Are they more important than us now? They're filling space you left empty. Can I ask you something? Do you forgive me? I closed my eyes. I'm working on it. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back to how things were. It means moving forward differently. Can we try to figure it out together? Maybe. But not today. Today, I need space. And you need to sit with how you've treated your mother. Okay? I love you, Rachel. But I love me too. And I'm learning that I'm allowed to. Christmas came 6 weeks later. An actual card in the mail. Handwritten. Dear Mom, we would be honored if you would join us for Christmas dinner. Emma and Tyler miss you terribly. I know saying sorry isn't enough, but I'm asking for a chance to show you I'm trying. Please come. You're wanted, not needed. Wanted. Love, Rachel. I called on day 4. I'll come. On one condition. I'm bringing Dorothy. Of course. Bring anyone you want. This doesn't mean everything's fixed. I know, Mom. But I'm willing to try. Christmas was awkward, but there were moments. Emma hugging me hard. Rachel making my mother's cranberry bread without being asked. Mark pulling me aside. I'm sorry. For all of it. Diane using my actual name. At the end of the night, Rachel walked me to my car and handed me an envelope. Inside was a check for $23,646.59. Rachel, I can't. It's an apology. You were right. That money was for security. You deserve that. I didn't understand what you sacrificed. I thought mothers just did that. I thought it was automatic. It wasn't easy. I know that now. She wiped her eyes. I'm so ashamed, Mom. Don't be ashamed. Be different. I'm trying. She hugged me hard. I'm really trying. I put the check on my refrigerator, held by a magnet Emma made in 2nd grade, to remind myself I'd been right to ask for more. 3 days later, I called my friends. New Year's Eve dinner? My treat, somewhere nice. We went to a restaurant with white tablecloths and champagne and a city view. At midnight, watching fireworks, Dorothy asked, "What are you wishing for?" I thought about it. Really thought. Nothing. For the first time, I'm not wishing for anything. I'm just grateful for what I have. Epilogue. 6 months later, a cream-coloured envelope arrived. Emma Grace Patterson invites you to celebrate her elementary school graduation and requests the honour of your presence at a garden party in her grandmother's honour. The party was in my backyard. Lights through the trees, tables with fresh flowers. A banner, Grandma's garden. 20 people came, Rachel's family, Mark's sister, Emma's friends, Dorothy, Patricia, Miriam, my chosen family mixing with my blood family. Emma gave a speech, 11 years old, standing on a chair. My grandma taught me that love isn't just saying nice things. It's showing up. It's remembering. So today we're showing up for her. Because she matters. Not because of what she does for us. Just because of who she is. Later, Rachel found me by the garden. "You did this. You raised that girl." "We did it. You showed me how." "Are you happy, Mom?" "Really happy." I looked around. Dorothy teaching Emma, Patricia taking photos, Miriam chatting with Mark. Emma, who understood love at 11 better than most at 50. I'm happy. Not because everything's perfect, but because I stopped waiting for permission to matter. I just started mattering. To myself first. I see you, Mom. Finally. I really see you. I know you do, honey. We sat in the garden I'd planted, in the life I'd rebuilt, surrounded by the family I'd fought for, and the family I'd chosen. For the first time in years, maybe ever, I felt completely whole.